Hey, and welcome back to Blueprints. It's been a while, but last time we did get the deed to the house, which is why I'm starting in the menu again instead of in the, I guess, intro screen for the day. Just because we do know two things. First of all, like, since we got deed, something has to change. I'm assuming, right? Like, this is just like a massive assumption I'm making here. But there's actually one more important thing I want to say, and that is we have had a vision very early into the game that basically told us, hey, you know what? There's like something that's going to be stolen, like somebody's going to come here, and I still believe that it might be related to the deed, unless I'm completely misremembering something. I sadly couldn't quickly find the video again where that happened. Sadly, I don't have like a list. I wanted to rewatch it, that vision, but we can technically do that inside of the game, but obviously I would have to start the game for that. Anyway, let's click continue. It is day 62. Let's see if something's new. For now, I'm just moving. I did get a package last time. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to this game again. It's been literally 3 months since I last had the chance to play this. So I'm not really sure if anything is going to change now. Only open the event of inheritance. Did we? Is that not the same one that we had before? Again, it's been so long. Welcome to your home. No, I feel like this is the same one, right? This is where we... Yeah, this is where we had the oven never raid last time, huh? Shiny trophy in hand? Yeah, this is exactly what we had last time. I never had room 46 to rage. We've reached that one, but nothing has changed. Huh. I expected a little bit more, I have to say. But then again, there are still so many mysteries left in this game. So what I actually had planned for quite some time now is basically make a list of all the rooms. Like, for example, the entrance hall, right? Like, we can check. Should be the second room, actually. And I would be making a list. And this is like what I'm going to do during this recording session. It's going to be cut together again. I'm just going to check out like everything I can find. And if I have anything of note there, like for example puzzles, whether I've solved them or not, or like things that I'm just kind of confused about, I'm going to write them down per room, because I still feel like this game has probably so many mysteries that I don't even know about. That is like the scary thing to me, I guess. Like, it's not a puzzle game where it's like so obvious if there's like a puzzle. Like, for example, there was this thing here. Right, I would write that down, that we can smash those vases because they held one of the keys. And obviously we've gotten that now, but like it took me how many days? Like, let's say 30-40 days until I learned about that, right? That is something I never checked because I never really thought about it until I saw a note about it. Anyway, that's like the first thing. Let's just check out what this room has to give me. Lockpick kit, coupon book, and keys. Well, that's a decent start, I would say. And as always, we're just going to click through that. It's going to take me like a little bit of time to get back into the game, which is why I'm kind of slow right now. Just as a kind of a warning. Again, it's been like 3 months since I last got to play. Even the last video released like over a month after I had recorded it, just because it was like a 4-hour video. And I don't really have like the time to both like, I guess, get absorbed into this game for like 4 hours at a time and then have to edit it for another 4 hours. That's like kind of the scary thing. Okay, we're going to get the shrine. I still need the one blessing. I still don't know how much money I would give them, right? Like, I still can't open this one, for example, right? Like, we know about that. Yeah, probably for the best. I don't know, maybe it fits if I get cursed, but like, in any case, I'm just gonna get like a blessing. But yeah, like, the way I'm working on those videos probably has to change because I still want to play. It's just basically impossible to like make regular videos on it, just because it takes like so much time. Maybe I'm going to I'm just gonna throw in 15. Maybe it's the right one. No, it's berry picker again. I always get berry picker. I want the blessing of the monk, I think it was, but we talked about that before. So yeah, I'm going to probably change a little bit about how I'm producing those videos because I want to continue playing. It has been one of the best games, probably like top 2 games that I have played in 2025, and I want to continue, but it's basically impossible if I have to plan for an 8-hour like work session. I'm gonna go like 4 hours recording and 4 hours of editing every single time I go for this game, and that's kind of what makes it really hard for me to record. But I'm not gonna dwell on it. Like, depending on, like, imagine if this is going to be like another 3-hour episode, I might just cut it into like 2 or 3 parts instead. And if it's a short episode, then it's going to be a short episode. But just as before, I'm just going to go through the rooms, because it worked really well last time, and I'm going to think about like what I can see, pay a bit more attention to everything, but I'm also going to take more notes, and obviously I'm going to cut that one out, right? So let me take some notes for this room. But let's start drafting then. We do have the corridor, which would give us the paintings. I don't actually have the paintings yet here. We could also pick a wild berry. I like picking the wild berry. It's just fun, especially in the beginning. Ooh, that's the ballroom. It sets my gems to 2, so it doesn't actually matter here. We already have 2 gems. And this room definitely was one of those where I don't think I learned a lot. Like, we had these ones, right? Like, and the text was relatively important. Where did it help me? Wasn't this to figure out how the outside works? Wait, true? Oh yeah, it was something like the first words on the page are true, or something like that, or like part of the true message. It's been some time, again, I have to remember. We do have the In Eclipse Ball, 1952. Okay, last time we really looked at the photo, we learned that there was like something hidden in there, like in the drawing room, for example. Maybe there's something hidden in here, but I would need the magnifying glass for that. We do have the piano. Can we play the piano, by the way? I don't think we can. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Yeah, okay. But I feel like the text, I should already have that one in my notes though. Another thing that I think is very suspicious, I'm gonna call it, is just the fact that we have this reflection under here. Is there something we can see in the reflection that is not in the rest of the room? Maybe like below the piano somewhere. But no, this seems kinda normal. Huh. Under the chairs? No? Wait a second. This feels off, this wall. Just a bit, right? Like, just because there's this gap. Why is there a gap? That's so weird. Like, is this a like an intentional thing, or is this just some weird clipping that happened? We also have like something here. Okay, so it's at least in 2 corners of the room. I don't know if that's more suspicious or less suspicious though. Let me check a little bit more of the reflections here. Alright, is that a lighting thing? We can see something in gold there. Wait. It would be attached to this one. Might just be a lighting thing. That's kind of weird, right? Like, you see this golden bit? I think it's just a lighting thing. Okay. Just look kind of weird. We have 4 lamps, 4 lamps. 2 lamps over there. 4 here. Yeah, I feel like if something's off here, it's probably related to this picture. 1952 could be important as a date. Okay, next room. Observatory. We do want more of these stars, actually. A big part of that is just that we still get an upgrade. There's like a constellation that we don't know about. And once we get like 50 stars, was it? I should have probably written it down. I probably have it written down somewhere. So I'm going to check this room more often. Also, I just noticed this one doesn't actually have any paintings, which is slightly annoying because I'm still taking like photos of like all of the screenshots of all the paintings just to make some progress. But let's go through here. Also, we have 40 now. That's good to know. Since we have this room now, we can always reset to 2 gems, which is nice. But let me first take some screenshots. So, besides the paintings, we obviously had some mysteries in here. Let's call it mysteries. one of the things in here was the book telling us about all of the stars or like the constellations. I don't know if this holds anything else. I'm gonna assume this is actually an explanation. We can obviously look through the this, I guess, observatory system and get all of our items here. And we had 40 stars, obviously. 5 gems, that's nice, so we can't actually go back, actually, now that we're talking about it. Farmer's apple, yeah, all of that stuff, right? This is like one of the major things in here, but we also got the blueprint over here, right? Like we had to open this compartment and then that worked. And we can technically go over here, and this is like why this was the possibility. It's like the second puzzle in the area. I'm assuming that those are like the only puzzles in here. I wouldn't know what else. Obviously, we also have like the rook. Not the rook, the knight. But still, Stargazer's companion. But we can technically get that one in the library as well. Also, a very minor thing about that. Why is the Stargazer's companion the only thing written in cursive? I don't know, it's like one of those minor things. I don't know if it has any meaning, maybe it's just like a stylistic choice, but obviously I'm trying to pay attention to a lot more than I usually do, just because, you know, I have really struggled in between. So next room, you have a storeroom, utility closet, the kitchen, or just a wild berry. I'm gonna pick the wild berry. Just because I would like to go somewhere else. Okay, this is the music room. Yeah, music room. Had that one a few times already. We have more of those sheets. We do get the... That's actually good. Secret garden key. There's still one experiment that I've tried, or like want to try. And that's basically, I would like to go via the foundation and get the garage somewhere on the side, and then I want to get the secret garden in a way where it blocks the path. I don't know if this has any effect, but this is something I've always wanted to experiment with, so it doesn't actually hurt to have that one here. There's still this note that I don't get. The clef. I looked this one up before, right? Like what you call that? But it's like basically this is showing where the G note is basically in your notes, which I think is relatively important, right? Like it helps playing, but we also have like those 4 notes here. We also had the thing that a major, or like the sanctuary key is a major, right? Like we've already gotten that one though. I'm not really sure about like this nook behind here, why that exists. Maybe there's like a way to move you, but I would be surprised. Like sometimes the rooms should have like a shape like that, I would assume. We still can't play this, which also means that we have 2 pianos at this point. Right, like one of those fancy ones in the ballroom. And those notes. I just noticed something. I've never really paid attention to that because I've not really paid attention to the music notes, but every page seems to... Wait. Let me compare that to the screenshots that I just took, but are all of the pages the same notes, or are they just the same in the same room? Wait a second. I'm comparing them. Like even this music sheet in the ballroom seems to be the exact same. So like every single page plays the same music. I don't know if there's a way for me to play music. Maybe I have to play it. To be fair, I don't know how I would do that like in game. That's like the next struggle basically. And it's not like we can sit down to play, right? Like where we can play any of those notes. I wouldn't know. Like I could probably like mark the G, for example, right? Like if I wanted to play that one somewhere here, but you have to play multiple notes at once. So that's like kind of impossible to do with just a mouse. Right, like this is C, no. You start with a C here, right? Like so like middle C would be here, I think. Right, like you have a sharp for C. Can you play an F sharp normally? It's been so long since I did anything with music. So it's probably one of those. It's okay. And there are also some other instruments here that I can't interact with. Oh, I just noticed that the... I don't know what they're called like in English, but like these holes that are required to make like a proper sound is actually an S here. Instead of I mean, normally they're also like kind of S-shaped, right? Am I imagining things? Also, some of these chairs are more purple than others. Again, I'm just trying to figure out like everything, like every minor detail. Otherwise, I'm gonna be stuck here for a long time. Also, this lamp is on, but the rest isn't. Which is weird now I think about it, because like it's not like we can manually switch that. Why are you on? Or is it just like a lighting glitch? I feel like you're definitely supposed to be on. And it's not like we have a switch we can press. It's like more the confusing part here. But okay, we do have, I hope, everything. I'm still gonna take like some screenshots here again, and then we can continue. And with that, it's time for the next room. Do I just pick another berry? I could get Rotunda. And I can just rotate it the other way, and I do have 3 gems. I can just get 2 more gems. Let's do that. Let's get 2 more gems. It's okay. I'm still so confused by this room. I feel like the effectiveness of that room with like the rotation ability is not really worth the price, even though you can flip stuff around. Okay, I just got like some gems here. That's like the only reason why I did that just now. So let's go back here. We still have those symbols up there, like the Mount Holly ones. Is there? Like, I feel like I tried this last time where I tried to get like around to it and like see, I guess, the closed off end, but I don't think it really did anything. So I'm just gonna rotate you around a little bit. Yeah, how lovely. I mean, there are some doors there. Wait. Oh yeah, obviously there are 3 doors, because we obviously can go straight, technically. I'm gonna leave it like that for now, just because I have like an idea roughly. We get the vestibule, which does not open currently. Archives, berry. Let's just pick a berry, it's okay. Oh, the vault. It has been some time since we've been here. Thursday, January the 7th. Wow, this is like not even that far off to what it is today in real life. I'm still gonna pick up all the money. Very lovely. It's been quite some time since we were that rich. Can we, by the way, do anything with the vault though? I don't think we can, but you know, can't hurt to look at it. Well, like look at everything in here. We do have the painting in here. We do have all of those locked areas. We do have the passport, where we learned about like the ID thing. Samantha Hayes. Maybe I should write down like all of the fake names. I don't think... I mean, maybe like the date of birth may be important, because we still need to open some of the safes, for example. But this is... I don't think that there's any note in here. Areas, I feel like the rest. J ribbon. I mean, maybe, just maybe, something's like in the background of like this picture. We've had this one. Thanking for the help. Okay, we do have a bit of stuff that I want to take some screenshots of in a second. I don't know if there are like any other keys that may help here. I still don't really know why you have like stuff like that here. We have like an ankh here. Why do we have like that statue? I feel like the statue is kind of suspicious. Kind of reminds me of the angel statues, right? Like the angel of death, but I don't think we can move the tool in your hand, for example. Whatever that may be. We have the rook here. Maybe we can smack that vase next time we bring a hammer. Because this is our place, right? Like we are allowed to destroy whatever we want to destroy. But that would be fascinating. This is also a trophy. What kind of trophy is this? Do we even... Like we would need at least something in here. Wait, I can look inside. I don't see anything. I hope they don't expect me to have like a perfect eyesight to see whatever's in there. I mean, there are like some vases we could maybe break. Would be interesting if we are allowed to, but I kind of suspect that if anything happens here again, it's probably related to a key. But we have not really found another key like that in quite some time. So maybe we're also done with those. In any case, I'm gonna take some screenshots. Okay, with that, I feel like I would need a hammer to continue. I still don't really know, you know, about this room. So I'm gonna rotate it around, because technically if I can go around, I might be able to see something here. Like, this is obviously blocked off. Wait a sec, wait a second. Did I just notice that right? There's like something on there. Is that just on this side? Wait a second. I need to go around then. No, I feel like it's currently... No, it should be currently at the music room. Maybe there's something, but only behind one of the doors. Maybe this was just a glitch. In any case, I would like to enter the entrance hall from here. I could do that via the archives. It's risky, but the archives are still a decent room otherwise. Let's first check out the archives door. We do have the wiring here. We did have multiple nodes as well, but I don't think I can open anything here. Here's like another thing that I've always been kind of suspicious of. Why do we have like a dolly here, right? Like, I feel like if I had the dolly and could move it around, I could probably do so many things. Or like a step ladder here, right? There's so many useful things in there, but you just cannot use them. And this probably doesn't help me either, this chair, but we have those notes, but we do know about them. Still wanna take like screenshots in case I have never done that properly. I feel like I have, but you know, can't hurt to have them twice. We do have the paintings here. But they're like a dolly, like imagine how powerful we could be. Like we could just... I've been thinking like, imagine if we could, because like, obviously we can't use this thing. But I was thinking maybe there are like cool places where you could continue if you had like a dolly. And I was thinking maybe in the underground, but like the underground we kind of have solved, right? I don't think that there are any place with crates or anything like that. But there is actually a place that has like a bunch of crates that you could technically move with the dolly like that. If only you could pick it up, right? Which would be the tunnel where we got like the tunnel blueprint, right? So that's something. Well, in any case, I'm gonna ignore this room. I'm gonna return here in a second. I just wanna quickly check out my other theory. Because now that I've gone around, it looked like... Okay, no, it's just the skier. Okay. Maybe I was overthinking things. Could I rotate you in a way... I could, like if I rotated a little bit more, I could at least see like the other, I guess, exit that's now blocked. I kind of want to do that. Like, here's the thing. If this run doesn't amount to a lot, that's fine. I mean, I have gotten the deed. Wait, is the deed still there? It's like the next question. But we can answer that like another time. Worst case, I just want to rotate you around a little bit more. Because now you're open. And you are open. Standing here doesn't really help me. That's fine though. I just want to know if there's like anything suspicious. Because like this room just kind of baffles me. It is so expensive for very little. Maybe I just undervalue the power of rotation. Might be it. Because it's not even like a mechanism room, right? It's like the next thing. Like whatever we do here, it's just okay. Okay, I'm gonna run around like one more time. And then we are going to go the other way first before I continue with my pathway. If there's anything, then it would be here now. But doesn't seem like it. Fair enough. Like, I at least can't see anything here, if there is anything. So I'm just suspicious because I had like the hidden entrance, right? Like, or like hidden passageway, was it? Where we got something on the other side of a door, which is why I'm so suspicious of certain places. But I'm gonna just say Rotunda. I'm kind of done with. I have no idea what would be in there. I'm just suspicious because it is a place that exists and it's so weird. Anyway, what can we get? Drafting studio? We've already got everything in there, but Have we checked what happens now? I mean, it doesn't hurt to at least check once, right? And I can interact with it, but it doesn't let me. Okay, like if I click, it just, the hand just disappears. Okay, we are definitely done with that. There's something else I can spin you. Okay. A very detailed paper model of a safe. Huh? Why can I click that? That means there's a safe in here. 1, 2, 3. Clear. Why is there a safe? I feel like there was like talk about like a safe being here. Maybe. Wait. Do I know which room that is? It's not this one, right? That would be weird if it were, but I'm interested, like I am quite fascinated that I found something new here because I've definitely been here multiple times. Can I... Like we always see like this little person in here. I guess that's just a trash bin? Something like that. We've seen like this plan before, right? Multiple times. I'm also like so confused by this now. There is either a code here. Oh wait, it seems like this blueprint is just the same one that we find like all the time. I've been suspicious of that one before. We can... I feel like it was also in the room 46. Just why I was thinking about that. Which room would that be? It kind of reminds me of... what's it called? The drafting studio that gives me rerolls. Wait. Let me quickly find the name at least. Because I'm feeling silly about that right now. It's the study? Because we have like the table here, we have like the... whatever that is. It's like over there. The other part looks off the way. Wait, it's here. This one. So like there's nothing over here, that's fine. And the blackboard looks different. A little bit, but it's definitely there. So this is the study room. Maybe the numbers are important because this is room 26 and this is 30. 2630? Maybe? Okay, now 26. I would be surprised if I could actually do that. Maybe if I had a magnifying glass, that could help me here. Looking at this, there's actually something I noticed, and that is like whenever you have like this drafting symbol, right? You have like this dotted line, which, you know, makes sense, right? Like you're drawing kind of a circle, even though it's not quite aligned with like this symbol here. But you don't have that for the pool for some reason. I don't know if it's like consistent otherwise. Are there even other rooms that do that? Maybe in the found ones? Okay, the found one also doesn't have that circle, but this one has one. There's another thing I noticed, and that is this miniature over here is actually of this room, I think. Right, like we have like this table over here, we have that table over there, and we can see like this corner of the room. Like this one isn't built there, but like this is empty. Maybe we can break that somehow? I don't know why or how we would do that. I mean, you can bring the sledgehammer here. I'm gonna write it down in my notes at least. Because otherwise we also have like this one still where maybe there's like a code and all of the apples in here. Which would be possible. I just, you know, don't really know what to do make of it. In any case, let's get to drafting again. A reading nook wouldn't be the worst thing. We still have the pantry, that's kind of confusing me. but I guess we can do that another time. Or just the archived one. Let's gamble a little bit. It's okay. Oh! I mean, could have been a worse gamble. I just thought I saw something over there, but I must have imagined it. And that's just the painting again. I do like the game in here, so we are going to deal with that in a second. But before I do that, I'm gonna quickly run over and get 2 more gems. Like, we do have a decent amount of steps still, and I wouldn't mind having 5 gems in a second. So, you know, let's just use it. I know we could also, you know, we have 4 keys. We could definitely open those chests, but I don't really care at this moment. And I just want to look around here. Maybe there's like something hidden. I know I'm like checking the cushions every single time, but you know, I've already found one new thing today, so I wouldn't be so surprised if I just missed stuff during my playthrough, even if I check places like dozens of times. So let's get on with the game then. What are the puzzle pieces? The black box is true and it contains the gems, which would mean that this one also would be true, right? Like, the black box is false. The above statement is false. Okay, only one of those can be false. Okay, that's actually important, because those are like true statements, right? And we do know that one box only has to have true statements and one only has to have false statements. This one is guaranteed a mixed thing, so only one of those 2 boxes can be true. And because we're already saying that the black box is true and it contains the gems, this box has to be false. But the black box can still be true because it's like a double, right? Like, these are not 2 statements. This is one statement made out of like 2 logical statements. I guess it's like combined, right? Like, this is kind of what I'm getting at. Which means it cannot contain the gems. The blue box is empty if it is false. Okay. The blue box is empty, right? We know that basically, right? Like, it has to be. So, right, like, because it's false. So this has to be empty. This one has to be empty. So the gems have to be in this one. Alternatively, what if this is a false statement, but it contains the gems? That can't be it, because... Wait. Can be a true statement. Let's imagine this is like a completely true statement. Then this one would be a false statement, which in turn would make this untrue. So I'm just gonna guess it's here. Let's see, do I still got it? I still got it after all this time. Okay, I guess it's time to do some more drafting. Okay, I don't want to have any dead ends. Let's just get something for 2 gems. Oh, perfect. I love this room. The foyer is great. We still have those texts in here. The Count, Isaac, Gates. You know, Baron Edwin Sinclair. We do know about them. J.R.E. Yenna. Where I still don't really know. I feel like this is more of a name still, but we kind of have written that one down in the translation list. Major Nicholas Key the Fourth. Okay, so here's a thing that I'm thinking of currently. Remember, there was like this one note that was in the office about like the major and like all of the like the different I guess layers or like levels of royalty. And there was like something about a mayor. Otherwise, I don't really know. Nicholas Key, like, whose name is Key, right? Like, this just seems really off. I feel like this is important for something. Gonna need a screenshot of that. Like, probably of all of these statues. I should probably make those. Also, you have weird eyes. All of you have weird eyes. I mean, generally, do you guys have eyes? But there are like 2 dots. Okay, there's like 1 there. Might just be part of the texture. It's okay then. It's just really weird to have like eyes like that. Anyway, screenshot time. You know what? Staring at those hands, I kind of, you know, came to a conclusion. I guess a theory remember it's one of the bedrooms. It should be in the bedrooms here. It's I think it's a regular bedroom, right? Like we have like one of those hands there. Isn't that one pointing downwards? Is that the hint that there is like something permanent in here? Maybe there are like more of those hands. Because I don't really know what those hands are about otherwise. Because this one clearly points us a direction, right? So maybe I have to pay attention, but I don't recall any other hands. It's just really suspicious that they're here, right? Anyway, I guess drafting time. Today, Kennel? Not too bad, actually. At least it's like a safe room as well. So I'm just gonna take that one. And also, you know, we can pet the dogs. Look at you. Would be nice to have a shovel though. Or like tools in general. I'm kind of low on tools at this moment. There's like the cat picture that I need to take a photo of. Otherwise, there's like nothing really here. But this one still kind of baffles me. Why is it here? Wait a second. Wait just a second. I feel like I know what this is. Castle, which means that in the last row in the second slot has to be a T in our notes. Wait. I do have like the paintings somewhere, I feel like. I'm gonna have to add that one because it's... do I have it here? I mean, I can always do like a physical copy. This is for the castle puzzle that's in the underground. Does it help me? It would make sense, right? Like space-wise? It would like definitely fit. It would also kind of explain why it's like one to the right and like so far down. And like with the CA, it would definitely fit. Do we know what we wanted to have in the second row before? Because I feel like, didn't we have like the O's there? Does that even fit? Wait, let me see if I still have the notes. Okay, I didn't quite have the note anymore, but let's just put it all in, right? Like we have castle like that. We had kind of confirmed that we had ID somewhere, right? Like we had this ID and then all of the gaps that were given. And it's like 6 long, so that kind of fits. But if we say that this is CA, then the T would be here, I think. And then we still have like the door thing going on. And we also have like the I, yeah, we would have like I, D, I, O, O, D. Are we missing any? I don't think so. I feel like those are all the other pieces we have so far. I don't know. What's that with the C like that? Add. Lay at. I am not quite sure. I feel like I'm kind of far away. Like I might meet like one more and I might figure it out. But I feel like this is the best fit currently. It would at least connect to the castle. Maybe the door thing that I have here might not be 100% correct. I mean, technically we do know that we have like an ID because it's like a lowercase I. So like I could move this over here because we know about like this IIOO that we found in the grotto. So it could technically fit there. In which case... No, wait, we're also missing an R. I don't know why. So this can't actually fit like that. Wait a second. Because before we had learned about like the door, we have like a D here, we have a gap there, then on the left side OO, and then we have an R. Like that. So I feel like this has to be connected like over multiple lines. But this is like kind of where I'm standing with like my notes. I should probably add that one here because I forgot it in my notes here. But hey, maybe the next piece is going to solve all of it. No, pet. Also, I thought I heard some slurping, but maybe also imagining things. Well, okay, so that means we know at least one thing that happened here. You got enough pets? No? You're coming up again? No, I can pet you again. Oh, I also can't let you out. That's like so rude. Would be funny if you could. But still. Also, there's like this little door, which is weird in my opinion. Does that mean I can... Maybe you can go through there? Like if I open both of those sides, maybe you can leave through that little doggy door? Something like it, which also would imply that this thing is hollow inside. Huh. Well, okay then. I guess it's time for even more, unless there's like an achievement for like 100 pets. I mean, it would be great. Who wouldn't love that? I mean, it would be nice to pet all the other dogs, but alas, we are just going to leave it at that and continue drafting. Mailroom is always nice to have, but not right now. We could take the archive one and gamble. The chapel itself, at least there are like 2 other rooms, so I'm gonna take the chapel. I don't think the chapel holds too many mysteries still for us, but you know, I'm always surprised by that. But we have gotten the piggy bank, right? Like we've also smacked it already. Otherwise, I don't think that there's a lot. We technically still have like those statues that we don't really know about. Like we've solved the mystery of the glass windows already. So I'm like not too suspicious of them right now. But otherwise, I don't think that there was a lot left. I mean, again, we have the candles. We have a like a chess piece. We have this as a red room. We have the glass paintings for the different numbers that were like really important in the underground. So I do feel like this already had like a lot to offer. I'm still kind of surprised by like whatever this shrine is, because there's like something behind it and I don't know what it's supposed to represent, and I wouldn't know how to move this out of the way. Maybe if I had a dolly, that would be something. Well, okay, let's just go back to regular drafting then. I'm gonna go north if I can. Lockpick that one. Commissary wouldn't be too bad. We are kind of rich and I do want some stuff. Like a magnifying glass, because that would be amazing in this run currently. Sledgehammer and metal detector. I mean, we didn't get what I wanted to have, but we have a sledgehammer, which... I mean, it would allow me to do some things, so... That's something, I guess. We still can't play this game, right? Yeah. I feel like... I don't know if there was like an update to the game. Also, this is like still very, very false. We've already had that one. I'm gonna ignore the commissary for now. I'm gonna go back to the entrance hall. I know I'm gonna pay like another coin for that, but like here again, I don't actually mind if this run is going to be short, which is why I don't actually mind running around like that. But I would like to get the items, and maybe there's like something cool in there. Can we get a magnifying lens in these chests? I don't think we can, but we can get some rerolls. That's nice. Some ivory dice, yeah, and some money. Gets a little bit of return on investment here. Okay. And I also don't feel bad about like my key situation. Let's go via the archives. Just because they're currently closer. Let's go over here. Not the furnace, let's just take this one. No, let's just gamble. Okay. Great Wall isn't that important, but we can open everything in here, which is nice. So I'm gonna do that. I thought Did I imagine like a different symbol there for a second? Instead of my hand? Because it really felt like it, but maybe I'm just crazy. Okay, this one doesn't lead me anywhere. To be fair, we could have just looked at the layout. We do know the layout for today. But I was too lazy to remember, because we can open everything anyway. Okay, there's one room we can check. And there should be some items around here. A key, okay. And the lever to the right door. I can work with that. Don't worry about it. Okay. I have that one. We do have some more gems, which is also nice to have. We have those paintings that I can take a screenshot of. And that's kind of it. I mean, I'm saying this as if this wasn't like a decent room still. Like, Great Hall is okay to have, especially with like the foyer, but otherwise, you know, it's just how it is. Also, I still don't really get this, whatever's like behind here. Is it just broken? Did somebody leave like the mop handle here? It's like something that has confused me for so long actually, so I'm just gonna leave it though and accept it for now. Okay then, next room. I'm not gonna take the weight room, I'm just gonna go for a random room. And it's the hallway, which, I mean, it's not the best room to have exactly here. But you know, it sure exists. We are in 3, 4. I don't think I have a screenshot for this one yet. We still have those 2 vases here, but I feel like I've already tried to smack them before, so I don't think we can do that. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and go to the right if I can. Claws of Draxus isn't that great here. We could gamble for that one, but I'm just gonna take the Reading Nook. The Reading Nook is fine. We do get a key here. We have this lamps and we have like those notes. But we looked at it, it kind of explains to us how the game works, and there were like some notes on here, but I can't really look into it that easily. Oh, this is Rotten Road. Okay, but I'm still gonna take like screenshots of those. Oh, also a chest we can open. Okay, nice. Some metal inside, but otherwise I'm not sure if there's like anything too important here. Like maybe some of these symbols could be important. And we have like a sun symbol here in red. Wait a second. Is this related to the colors and the puzzle in the underground? Wait. Let me open my page for that. Okay, looking at it, it might not be related. Like, this is, it looks like a sun symbol, but it's actually 7, which we don't really have like as a symbol. We could interpret it as just like sunny weather, in which case I'm assuming that the red would be important, but red is Fan Areas, and we have like foggy weather there, so I don't think this is related. Do we have stormy weather somewhere already? I'm looking at my notes here real quick. Oh yeah, we have that for like arch areas. Yeah, okay. I feel like this is not related. This is just a weird pattern. I thought I could interpret like too much into it, but I also don't really know what this is. Like the one on the left, I have like no idea what this is supposed to be. It's not really like just a weird bottle shape, is it? And also like behind here, I don't think there's anything hidden. Maybe I can see something suspicious. You know, sometimes you just notice weird patterns after so many months of break. Well, let's just go. Okay, this is going to be the library. Is that something we want though? I'm just going to redraw. I'm going to redraw. It's going to be the library just because of, we do know that the Reading Nook always has the library there, and since this was a hidden one, it made sense. I'm going to take that then, just because it guarantees a new room here. And we already have that. We have that. Okay, just trying to remember if I forgot anything. Like, worst case, I can luckily... Look at the clock here. I can luckily just go back in my recording while editing and take like a few more screenshots. I'm just talking about like what I want to take notes of in between, because I like to forget stuff. This is like the really important thing. There's like still the fire that I was suspicious of in between. There are the grandfather clocks that are definitely ticking. We have like those notes here, right? And this is something I've also thought about, like with the drawing room in particular, because maybe we should count like all of the different types of arrows there. Because like otherwise I don't think this is related to anything. I guess this means like 2 hours or something like that, but we've tried this time slot before, right? And I don't think... Wait, what was the magical hour here? Was it 1:30 or something like that? So it's definitely not that one. I'm just not really sure what like those arrows are supposed to be. But maybe one day I will figure it out. I'm just gonna keep it in the back of my mind for now. For now, I just wanna be able to look around and check some rooms, like this one. I'm just gonna take the... Actually, we have like 2 gems and passageway gives us 2 free rooms. Is it worth it here? No, let's leave that one for later. Okay, the Cloister of Draxus. Now, first of all, wait, how do I open you again? Like this. I can't dig currently, right? Like I don't have a shovel, I just have the sledgehammer. So what's the metal that you're hiding? Oh, there's a coin here. Okay. If I go over here, does the garage count as dead end? But even if it does, I don't actually want to draft it here. Let's get the guest bedroom. And let's pay attention to everything that's like stat-wise here. We can't actually look at our stars currently, but we should be at 40. Shadow of Death. Oh wait, I didn't pay attention to my steps there. That was silly. I was so focused on like the stuff on the side. I did get some steps though. Did I get 5? Wait a second. Bedroom, guest bedroom. Yeah, let's check out the bedrooms that could have been. It's not this one. It could be the nursery. It could be the master bedroom. Because that's like the only ones that give me steps. It's not a bedroom like the regular one. It can't be... How many rooms did we have? We have like a lot of rooms. I don't think it's the other one. It has to be like something that gave me steps. I just didn't pay attention to the amount of steps. I wanna say nursery. Yep, okay. And I did get something. I just don't know what I got. Okay. Good to know, good to know. I do know that there originally was like a ladder here that we can't read anymore. So I'm assuming that this is not an important one. What else could be hiding here? We have like a bunch of books. We have the anchor here. But otherwise, can't really go to sleep. We do have 2 lamps that are technically on. They're just very dim. 3 pillars on both sides. I don't know if this one changes anything. I mean, you could make an argument that this room is important due to something. I mean, this is nautically themed. And this is very purple, but it might also just be purple because it's a bedroom. Wait. Don't we already know what the purple color is? Wait, let me check my notes again. I'm still thinking about like the keys, right? Yeah, Raja is that, so doesn't really make a lot of sense to continue thinking about that too much. So I feel like it's more purple because it's a bedroom more than anything else. So we've gotten that one right, which also means that we could finally get some more steps if I find some more bedrooms. Because we're kind of struggling when it comes to that. Well, over here then. Servants' quarters aren't that great. I'm gonna take the random room. Oh, wine cellar. This one's also an interesting room to me. Okay, we have this one. I still absolutely have no idea what those paintings are supposed to be. There's probably something really important there. We have like a lot of drinks here, right? Like a lot of wine. Who would have thought so in a wine cellar? We do have this symbol over here. And the year, right? Like we talked about this, like M 1213. Don't know if this number in particular is important. But I feel like we've tried it like in multiple situations already. Is there anything else I can interact with here? I could probably smack some bottles if I really pulled out the sledgehammer, right? There's an open one here. There's also an open bottle over here, so I don't think that this is something that unique. Might just be part of the texturing, right? And make it more interesting. Even though, why would you put you know, empty ones back. Also, they're like the blocked ones. Okay, they're not quite blocked. I guess they're like this for structural integrity a little bit. Right? Because they're not solid in that sense. You can see that like from the side, even though they have like a really weird effect on my eyes. And I really struggle to look at them properly. With like that bottle. Maybe it's like a bottle with a message inside, right? Like this is something I wouldn't rule out completely. Right? Like this is the perfect place to hide a message if you wanted to hide one, right? But I also don't know which one it would be. This is also an interesting lid, I guess. So, But again, like a lot of that stuff could also just be interesting texturing. Like I wouldn't put it past the game. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and continue. Where else would we want to go? I guess just via the den. Den is fine. And see if we can maybe get like a bedroom or something like that. Workshop. Will also create items. You probably get an item in there. But I don't think there's anything I really care about. Vestibule is fine. We have like so many gems. But we also don't really need a way northward because we have the commissary, right? Let's just take the workshop. It's okay. It also gives us a confirmation for a specific ladder. We do have some items here. Ooh, handle. And we also have the 8th note sheet and an E. Where are the paintings? Oh, fur and fire, right? I feel like we figured that one out before. Still though, we do have some notes that I can take like screenshots of very easily. And we have the E confirmation. We've kind of figured that one out already. Anything else I can combine here? I mean, there's like this gear here, right? But we can't pick it up. Because this feels like something we might be able to install into like the clock tower. Stuff like that, right? Like this is why I'm so suspicious of like a lot of stuff in here. We have like the notes about this stuff with like all the measurements. I hope I don't have to pay attention to like the measurements and it tells me that like something's just off. 8.5, 8.5. 7.8. I feel like this is mostly correct, at least. We still have like some stepping stool, but we can't really use that one. But then again, this is also a very mechanical room already, so I wouldn't like necessarily expect that to be too much here. Also, why do I have like a lamp showing me like those boards? Can I light this stuff? It's weird if you ask me. Why would you light this specific area? Also, why is the ceiling so weird? Can I reach the ceiling somehow? We do have some chairs up there. But then again, we also have like lamps showing like, lighting up like all of the corners. So maybe I'm more thinking this here. Also showing that one. Like I thought more maybe there's like a pattern that we could see. If we really looked at it. Okay, this looks kind of like a curse of E, right? But might just be off thinking this. What else would I do with light? I don't know. Can I build something? I have the metal detector and this doesn't combine. Sound amplifier? I think it was just a stronger version, right? Like, let's just build it. From what I remember, this was a decent item, so, you know, can't hurt. And got a chance of picking high sensitivity locks. Yeah. That's nice. Alright. I guess we continue with the commissary then. We did already find a lot of stuff. You know, by a lot of stuff, I mean, like, we get quite far into the game. I'm still very surprised every single time we find something. Just a classroom or just the archive floor plan? Let's gamble. You know? We are already almost out of steps. Great, but at least we got some more rooms. Does the weight room offer anything? Like we still have like this note here that I don't 100% get. The 8 and something to our... Did I take like a screenshot of that? I think I might have. With like this note. The destruction of structural elements of the house like walls is not permanent and will reset every few days. This is a printed one still. So it is a false one. We can technically open that lever here. You know, it doesn't hurt and we can actually skip. Otherwise, I don't think we can use anything in the weight room here, right? To be fair, we've already done something, so... why am I complaining? Right, like, we had already opened this, I guess, wall. This is part of a puzzle. Which kind of can help us. We also have, like, the mechanic here. Right, like, my... I guess goal is to figure out like at least one mechanic behind every room, because then I'm feeling confident that every room is useful, and the game has been quite good about that. So if I find like a room that has like basically nothing to do or like no puzzles at all, then I'm gonna be extra suspicious of it, which is like why I'm doing like this whole process here. But in any case, I'm gonna check out like the other few rooms that I can. Dark room, no. Archive one, because we are in the dead end anyway. Oh, mail room. That's nice. I like the mail room. But I don't think that there's anything that I care that much about currently. We still have like the note about checking that the former groundskeeper stole the mail. I think that is this note. It might be like another one though. We do have the tiger and whatever this is. And we've already gotten like those texts here, right? Like Randolph Moore. This is the big one. This is like the one in the beginning, right? Later alligator. Don't spend all your time playing that game, yeah. The Richie blocks, this is the 9 and 3. We've had that one. And Swan Song we've already had. I still want to get like the experiment going where I get more letters, because I feel like there might be more. But maybe Randolph Moore is also done with letters. Who knows? We've had this one already. And we had solved that one. Danny Ravain, that was the name of the groundskeeper. Otherwise, I'm not sure if there's like anything else. I don't think that there's any, I guess... Okay, that is just the ticking of a clock. Any compartment I can interact with. I just was clicking and I heard like some ticking. But I feel like this is all related to the clock. This clock, apparently. It sure is ticking. And it always is. Alright. I guess we get something new tomorrow, which is nice. You know, this might also just be like a warm-up run, right? I don't complain. Classroom, pantry... Archive 1, we are gambling. Oh, a lot of steps that I don't need. Because we are out of rooms we can take. Well, okay. That reminds me, wasn't there like an effect for like the different rooms, like different bedrooms? We have 2 pawns. Have I ever written down that there are 2 pawns here? I don't know if I have. We had like the note about the Turtles of Vera. I don't think we've ever solved Vera fully, did we? I'm still not really sure, like maybe this is also like kind of a red herring, where like the turtles are important but they're not really used like that. We had like the entire book that we had looked at before. About the how he's mean and stupid, and about like the plane. It's a good day. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, would have wanted a sister. Well, that's definitely something someone without a sister would say, clearly. Anyway, we have those boots that we can't use. It's interesting that they're still standing around here. The corner that they played games together in. I don't think we can play that. Maybe like the colors could be important. Like blue, yellow, pink, red, purple, whitish. Maybe. I'm always suspicious. Like sometimes I look at something and for a split seconds I feel like there's like something moving in front of me, like as if the mouse cursor switched settings, I guess. And I'm always suspicious if it's probably just me being paranoid more than the game actually doing anything. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to click everything like 10 times at least. You know, that's just how it works. Do have that lamp. We do have the paintings. Oh, you are running. By the way, I have put up the volume on my end for once. Like, I already have that, but I definitely hear like a lot more of the steps currently. Right, just because like this game is quiet anyway most of the time, unless you have some tracks playing. But it's certainly something that surprised me there. I don't think the hamster does anything, right? I mean, he's cute. That's all he has to do. No. Also, I do think the double bed is very cute. Anyway, I still would like to get... And I can't get it. It would have been amazing to get like a magnifying glass, because at that point we could have made progress, but that does mean that I need to redraft the drafting studio with the magnifying lens, because I feel like it might tell me the code for the password in the sort of drafting studio. When I looked it up just earlier. Why can't I remember? In the study, because like this is the same save. It would be suspicious if it didn't. I do have a sledgehammer, but I don't have the stronger version, so I can't actually smack in walls. And if I can't smack in walls, then I probably can't use it in the room anyway. Because there's like still the wall that seems kind of empty, like in the, at least in the paper model. So there's like, there's a part of me that kind of wants to try and smack it. But I don't think that this is possible. I'm still gonna run over there real quick. Should just be a straight shot after I leave. That's fine, right? Like I did buy everything in here. Yeah, just making sure, you know, don't wanna waste my time doing nothing. And I should have seen enough that I can take like the last few screenshots if I need them later on. Just looking around once more. I don't think that there's much for me to do. That's fine though. You know, that's like always the risk if you take the archives. I also just want to gamble, right? Like again, I don't need to have 5-hour episodes every single time. Right, but like this is the thing that they want to check. And I bet that there is like a code on there somehow that you can probably look at if you had the magnifying glass. I do like that there's like a use again, like there are so many uses for those items. It's just kind of annoying if you don't get them when you need them, I guess. And that's just, you know, power of the gods, you know, for this game. Still can't smack this in. Like, the only thing that made me suspicious otherwise that you could maybe hammer open this wall is just that this corner is kind of missing. Right, this is like my theory. Maybe you have to burn this as well. This could also be like a possibility. Just because, like, again, this looks empty. Maybe there's like something hidden there. Maybe there's like a safe behind there. Who knows? In any case, I feel like we're done here, right? Yeah, we have the archives. We've done everything. Just rechecking that there's nothing I can do. Because, like, I don't have the items I would need to do anything underground. Like, I do have the sound amplifier, but I can't break into those things, right? Like, I'm thinking, can I? With the sound amplifier, I can't break into like the security padlocks, right? Also, I can throw in some money. I don't need to, but I still think that this is a cute mechanic. While I'm at it, I'm just gonna run around like to a few places because I still have like a few steps, just to refresh my memory. Again, it's been some time. I kind of need to. We've been down here and we're only missing one last puzzle piece. We have like this one that doesn't really help me because I don't really know the password, and I do need a special one. No, wait, we've gotten the special password, right? Like this was the list of all the things that we had. This is the IIOO for the castle puzzle. Was it like more? Have I not found? Wait, let me check the password real quick again. That was the password. I had to think about it because I didn't find it. It was the 4 letters and then the R. We did check out everything in here, right? Like, I'm still confused why you could, like, just, with, like, lower privileges, look at all the other admin keys. So I feel like there's probably still one missing that I'm not quite sure about. Because we can import, yeah, I do remember that. And this is, like, because certain trophies can only be achieved, like, on the first day, for example. Admin logs, we've read through that, though. Yeah, that's just about, like, the connections. I feel like we've read explicitly those ones. I'm assuming they're, like, the deleted logs that we can probably read if we had, like, the power. Because there's a new admin key created, although the requested name doesn't fit with our typical length formatting. Okay. In fact, immediately all electronic makeup will be restricted. And has been restored for maintenance. Okay, the archive access is actually more interesting because we have like the personnel access, which Babbage had, right? And then we have the archive access, which is full access and access to the archive admin logs and deleted database. So we do need the archive access. But who would have that one? Like, for some reason, I wasn't sure anymore, because, like, full access and something else, it's weird to say, like, full access, but not actually full access. But I guess it's just full access to the features. Who would get that? Maybe we could get that, but they did say that the account type doesn't follow the normal naming convention. Tom K is welcome to the team. I'm gonna try something because I don't think that we've ever tried to enter like another admin keyboard. I do think that Tom K, that she probably has like the same access, right? I would be surprised if anything else happened there, right? Like, there's still the same thing about like the cables and the deleted logs. Admin key. But it's just an admin key that was created. Do we... Wait a second. Return to menu. User database. Key expired. Personnel access. 3 additional delisted admin keys. Nobody has that ability then. Personality access. Yeah, author of personnel notes. More has... A master of the room laboratory, lead technician. Also admin access. But I can't really change the levels of people, I guess, right? Temporary administrator, yeah. Servants' quarters. Valet for 20 years. Substituting for Mr. Moore until we find suitable assistant admin. Okay. And the former groundskeeper had like the ability not watering the plants. I know that the crime of that. To be fair, it's probably a reasonable way to get someone out of the job if they're not doing their job right. Because network settings, I still don't get those, because I feel like I've like changed the 1 month timeout, for example, and like we changed it, right? Like 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. The default setting immediate, which we probably had that day, requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log into the network. But like nothing really changed since then, right? Back. Mail settings. All of them are on. Check connection to offsite. Inbound, outbound connection, electronic mail communication outside of the local network have been temporarily disabled, and we can't change that. Like, there are some things I just don't get, right? Like, we can do that, but obviously I only have like this one profile, so it doesn't really make any sense to work on that. I feel like I'm missing something obvious here, probably. I also don't know. I mean, we could... Wait, what was the full name of Mary? Because like there aren't like that many people I could see. I mean, Matthew Jones, but that would be... Wait, enter. Joan M. Admin not found. No, wait, Simon. This would also be Joan S, like that. Maybe SP. I know it doesn't follow the full convention, which is like the confusing thing, which is why it's not obvious to figure out. Maybe it is obvious to figure out, but I am not figuring it out. Maybe there's like another hint somewhere in the estate. It could be Danny G for Daniels, Ray Daniels. I don't know, found like one of the fake names that our mother had. Wait, I have a list here of all of them. Samantha Hayes, Gray Daniels, and Jean Ribbon. So like Rib J. It's just a regular admin key though, right? User database. There's one delisted admin key. But I feel like you are probably just a regular admin, right? And for the network, maintenance report, recording capabilities. Wait. Junior with P? Where's that name coming from? With P? Rip J? Okay, but this is something new. It's not like the deleted ones, right? Alright, Gene and I successfully logged in now. These admin logs can only be accessed by the Blackridge terminal, so I advise we use this for sensitive messages and suspend electronic mail moving forward. More, as soon as you've got the network address from Manning, okay, so it's probably like for all the 3 ones, which is also the 3 delisted ones then, okay. We can begin those file transfers now. We need them as soon as possible. Copy that? It should be done by the time you and Philip are moved out of the shelter. If by Philip you mean Paul, then yes, the timeline can work for us. I apologize, this admin key tripped me up for obvious reasons. I'll be wiping these logs regardless as soon as we are done here. Reasonable. Be at ease. This also happened over a few days in March of 87. Be at ease, friend. It is of little consequence. Let us know when the transfer is complete. Data packet transferred from Fierstrom, Iraja. Do I know this place? I don't think I've heard it yet. Gonna take a note of that. We have finished moving and have made ourselves at home. Be advised that 2 additional crates are expected to arrive within the next 3 days. Okay, Randolph, instead of simply deleting these logs, would it be possible to instead replace them with manufactured messages? I'd like to leave a trail of breadcrumbs to lure would-be clue seekers down the proverbial garden path. Okay, yes, we can create a dummy admin account with pseudo privileges. Okay. Splendid, in that case, I better get to writing. Our visitor last week has given me a bit of inspiration for a new book. Well, a new clue? As requested yesterday, a new admin key created. Though the requested name doesn't quite fit without typical length formatting. Okay. More, I'd say it's about time we scrub these logs. The 4 of us are ready to go dark. Randolph, I've left the final manuscript in the safe house. Please look after the other children. Should our path not cross again, we will embrace each other in soot and ash. I mean, we still don't really know how this whole ordeal ended, so do not look within, do not look back, for we are with you, and there's nothing behind you. May the black shores guide you both. RipJ and with P delisted in user database. Effective immediately, all electronic mail capabilities have been restricted. Okay, so we at least know how those are. This third one doesn't fit the normal naming convention. It is... Why doesn't it fit though? Anyway, what was his name? Because I would like to read the fake messages. Wait. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym? Wait a second, I just read that note in my notes. They did get mail though. This is the person who gave the Baron the blue and the red cards. That's actually not what I was looking for. I was actually looking for the officer? What was his name? Not you, not you, not you. I mean, we could try the pseudonym first though. While I'm at it, return to main menu. Okay, this is interesting that we got something. Data files, but we still don't get any new data files. I mean, I did get like something. Wait. Admin logs. Just real quick. What was the file that they got? They got like a few kilobytes of with P and that one, yeah. Philip, where's the file? It's just a data package, and like 14 kilobytes aren't actually that massive, but I feel like in the 90s, that probably took a day. Vierstrom Eraser. I don't think that this is like explicitly Erasian. It's more of a name. Like I don't really recognize anything here that you could use to translate anything here, so I'm gonna just assume that it's a name for now. That's just what I wanted to check. But we don't really know what exactly they got. They did say there was like a manuscript there, but here's the thing, I definitely want the other one. Wait, exit here. Now I just need to figure out who it was from the guard. Who was it? I have like so many names in my list of notes here, right? Like this is like the whole issue. Bon Margel. Okay. So it's not going to be Mark B. Maybe it's Bon. What else? It would be something like it would be something relating to the character, but it would not fit the normal scheme. So it's like we tried BM, right? Like Bon D Bon M for Detective Bon Margel? No. Clue? For a new clue? A new clue? Okay, I had to try. I am not sure who it would be. Maybe I need to reread a new clue. Maybe there's like a hint for that, because otherwise I'm not quite sure. But it is cool that we found something else. I really love figuring out like stuff bit by bit. I hate it when a run, or like I hated it when a run didn't really accomplish anything. But we have like some new clues to actually work with. New clue. And we also figured out like some minor things. I want to say like minor things, but even just like 3 or 4 new things. If I continue with that speed, I'm gonna at least make progress, right? Like this is the major thing. In any case, I finished this place. This wasn't actually a big thing that I wanted to think about, but you know, now that I made so many notes, it just made sense. It kind of clicked that maybe I should just try a fake name. Now I'm just looking for the last one, right? Like I feel like the fake communication is really important, and it might actually clue us into like other things. Otherwise, I don't really know what to do. Like, thinking about, like, just because I thought about, like, the dolly before in the archives. And, like, this tunnel has always kind of bothered me. Is there maybe a way? Like, I wouldn't even know how to move all of this stuff around. That's, like, the next thing. But there are some crates around, so... I don't know, maybe there's a way? Wouldn't know how to, but we would have to move like this text, for example, and like generally that doesn't really happen. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe there's absolutely nothing here. That would also be a reasonable conclusion if you ask me. But in any case, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Again, like the next few episodes are going to look a little bit different. I don't know if this was like cut in the middle or not. I have not edited the episode yet, but since it was only I say only. Like, this was a 2-hour recording. I'm assuming that, like, the episode is going to be, like, an hour long or something like that. And this is kind of the issue that I have with, like, this game. Like, this wouldn't be an issue if I wasn't, like, editing and stuff, but it takes up a lot of time, and I can't just, you know, leave the game. Actually, this is, like, one thing I've never tried. What happens if I save and quit? Let's go into, like, a random room, because I never actually tried it. Can I actually quit the game in the middle of a run? This is one thing I am really unsure about. Let's just go into the archives, or, like, let's go into Rotunda. What happens if I save and quit? Call it a day. Tomorrow you wake, find the rooms in a state as well as your current inventory will have been reset. So I cannot save and quit. Saving and quitting is the same as ending the day. So why is it a different option? Okay, so I cannot do that, and this is, like, really important. I had kind of hoped that this would be a possibility because it would make editing easier, but, like, you know, the way it is currently, I have to be available for, like, the next potentially 5 hours just to record an episode, and this is, like, kind of why I struggled so much in the last 3 months, just because I got busier, right, to find, like, enough time to record a full episode, right? Like, I hope, just because I'm, like, currently on break, I'm gonna hopefully record a few episodes and not edit them, and then edit them, like, over the coming weeks and release them hopefully, like, weekly or something like that, because I still love the game. It's just kind of awkward to record. And this is, like, not a fault of this game, right? Like, games should not, I guess, focus on being a good product to record first. They should be focusing on being an amazing game, just like this one is, you know, first and foremost. In any case, though, let's call it a day. Yes, we are calling it. Again, really productive run, even though it was, like, a really short one. Like, I don't expect to find, like, the biggest mysteries anymore. Noteworthy Cathedral. Oh, that's a new one. Music room, chapel, cloister, ballroom, and a shrine. I guess all of those are musically inclined rooms. Rank 6. It would have been, like, seriously, it would have been nice to get, like, 1 or 2 more items. Next time I'm not gonna draft the archives, but I did that to... Well, I did that for the Rotunda, right? Something like it. I still think this was a really productive run. There are still some mysteries, and I don't mind having, I guess, runs that don't solve all the questions as long as they at least give me some new clues for next time, right? Like, and this has definitely been one of those runs. And, like, the same technique that I did last time, where I really pay attention to every single little detail, definitely has helped. I'm still gonna do, like, the editing bits where I edit out, like, all the moments where I take, like, screenshots and stuff, because this is, like, for me. This is so I can have better notes and can think about stuff outside of recordings. And I hope I didn't bump the mic there too hard. It's just, you know, a minor thing, and I really hope this improves, I guess, the playthrough a bit. And it has definitely helped, right? Like, all of those notes are helping me. And I have definitely, there was, like, this time where I thought, like, I had already solved, like, most of the puzzles, and I just had to find, like, the big ones. But I feel like I was really wrong for those 10 or so episodes. And I am missing so much still, and I would probably make more progress if I just paid attention to the little details. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.